stars light up my room, I sit by myself, talking to the moon, trying to get to you. In hopes you're on the other side, talking to me too. Or am I the fool who sits alone, talking to the moon? Oh, I'm feeling like I'm famous, the talk of the town. They say I've gone mad. I've gone mad, but they don't know what I know. 'Cause when the sun goes down, someone's talking back. Yeah, they're talking back. Oh, at night when the stars light up my room, I sit by myself, talking to the moon, trying to get to you. In hopes you're on the other side, talking to me too. Or am I a fool who sits alone, talking to the moon? Do you ever hear me calling? Oh, oh, oh. 'Cause every night I'm talking to the moon, still trying to get to you. In hopes you're on the other side, talking to me too. Or am I a fool who sits alone, talking to the moon? Oh, I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away. Same bed, but it feels just a little bit bigger now. Our song on the radio, but it don't sound the same. When our friends talk about you, all it does is just tear me down. 'Cause my heart breaks a little when I hear your name. It all just sounds like too young, too dumb to realize that I should have bought you flowers and held your hand. Should have gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause all you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man. My pride, my ego, my needs, and my selfish ways caused a good, strong woman like you to walk out my life. Now I'll never get to clean up the mess I made. Oh, and that haunts me every time I close my eyes. It all just sounds like hope he holds your hand. Give your all his hours when he has the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause I remember how much you loved to dance. Do all the things I should have done when I was your man. Do all the things I should have done when I was your man. If you ever leave me, baby, leave some morphine at my door. 'Cause it would take a whole lot of medication to realize what we used to have, we don't have it anymore. There's no religion that could save me, no matter how long my knees are on the floor. So keep in mind all the sacrifices I'm making. Keep you by my side, keep you from walking out the door. 'Cause there'll be no sunlight if I lose you, baby. There'll be no clear skies if I lose you, baby. Just like the clouds, my eyes will do the same. If you walk away, everything will rain, I'll never be your mother's favorite. Your daddy can't even look me in the eye. Ooh, if I was in their shoes, I'd be doing the same thing. And there goes my little girl, walking with that troublesome guy. But they're just afraid of something they can't understand. Ooh, but little darling, watch me change their minds. Yeah, for you I'll try, I'll try, I'll try, I'll try. Pick up these broken pieces till I'm bleeding. That'll make you fine. 'Cause there'll be no sunlight if I lose you, baby. There'll be no clear skies if I lose you, baby. Just like the clouds, my eyes will do the same. If you walk away, everything will rain.
Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our second class today, Thursday, the 4th of April. Please don't forget to register your attendance. You must have done it already. If not, please do it as a. Okay. Okay, so let's begin with our class. Let me share my screen. Please, dime.
Miss, un favor, estoy intentando ingresar la plataforma de Oxford y al colocar el código me sale una noticia que dice Sorry, that code isn't working. Y me pide que intente otra vez. No sé si soy la única o algún compañero también tiene el mismo problema.
Cuando ingresas este código que está acá,
Sí, Miss.
el class code, ya. ¿Estás ingresando al English file o por el hub? O sea, ¿estás ingresando por aquí?
English file. No.
Ya, tienes que
No me
ingresar
puse.
por ahí. Sí,
Ok,
es que
no por
sí,
el Oxford.
sí, no por el Oxford Hub, sino por el English file.
Ok,
Vale.
Miss. Gracias.
Ok, no te preocupes. Sí, porque si fuera por el Oxford Hub sería ya otro código, ¿no? Pero sí, este es el que se, esta es la plataforma del English file. Entonces entramos por ahí, pones tu usuario, tu contraseña, como siempre, igual que en el otro. Y ahí te sale la opción Join a Class. Entonces ahí colocas ese codiguito, el C, solo copias lo del numerito y listo, en Join, ¿no? Y ahí ya vas a poder ingresar y realizar las actividades de frente. Ok. So let's see. Okay. So today, Thursday 4th, we are going to, according to our chart, we have to continue with Unit 8. Now we are going to finish Lesson 8A and we'll begin with Lesson 8B. Yesterday, I opened the activities of the online practice of units 8A and 8B on the Oxford platform, no, on the English file. So those activities, they were opened yesterday. I opened them yesterday at 9. Yes, yesterday at 9:15. And they close tomorrow. Yeah, they will close tomorrow, Friday, at 11:45. Entonces, esas actividades, el online practice de las unidades 8A y 8B, se habilitaron ayer en la noche, ayer a las 9:15, y cierran mañana viernes 11:45 de la noche. Ya, para que puedan ir avanzando también esas actividades en la plataforma de Oxford. Okay. So let's continue here. Remember, the attendance is very important to register it on time. So last class, yesterday, we began with Unit 8. We covered part of Lesson 8A. We learned some vocabulary related to work. So we learned some verbs, some verb phrases, some expressions, prepositions to form collocations, or different kinds of expressions, all of them related to work, to work. And also we learned some, we did introduction to verb patterns. Sorry. We did introduction to verb patterns. And we learned when to use the ing and the infinitive. Verb patterns are those verbs that are followed by another verb. No, not all the verbs in English can do that, but some of them can be followed by another verb, or most of them really, no, can be followed by another verb. And there is a pattern, or there is a form in which the second verb can go. It can be in gerund with ing, or in infinitive with to, or infinitive without to. And we have to know that, or to know those patterns in order to write or use the verb in the correct form. And we learned that there are different patterns. There are verbs that are followed by another verb ending in ing. For example, enjoy, no? I enjoy cooking, or mind, no? I don't mind, no sé, working late, no? I don't mind working, for example, no? Or, no sé, finish, no? I finish doing, or prefer, I prefer going. Those verbs are followed by another verb with ing. But there are other verbs that are followed by to and infinitive. For example, I agree to do, no? Agree to do. Or advise, no? Advise to go, for example. Or would like, I would like to do. They are followed by to and the verb in infinitive. But also after adjectives, no? After adjectives, we can use the infinitive, no? I'm happy to do, no? Or it's difficult to do something, or it's easy to do something. And if the verb comes at the beginning, but it must be with ing, no? Swimming is very easy. Example. And there are different patterns. But we learned also other forms, verbs that are followed by both patterns or without to, etc., etc. And we have that here. We were completing these rules, no? After some verbs, for example, enjoy, don't mind, we use the gerund, no? The ing. After some verbs, for example, would like or agree, advise, we use to plus infinitive. After adjectives, we use to plus infinitive, no? It's difficult to do, it's easy to do. After prepositions, we use the gerund, no? I'm good at swimming. I'm afraid of managing. That's the ing. And if the verb comes at the beginning of the sentence as a subject, it goes with ing. Taking risks doesn't worry me. Yes, we learned it. And I left you this homework, verb patterns homework. No, that is to complete the exercises we have in this link. No, you click on the link, you'll get into this worksheet. And we have to check, no? To choose the correct form. That promise to take or that promise taken. Please stop to make or stop making, and so on. Once you complete the 30 sentences, you click on finish, check my answers. Sale nuestro score, le tomamos capturita, que ahí se note bien el score, el puntaje en la captura. And we send it here to Moodle, ¿no? Verb patterns homework, to this option on Moodle. Y tenemos hasta hoy, today, Thursday 14, till 7 p.m. Entonces tenemos todavía a las 7. A las 7 cierra. Entonces tenemos que enviarlo antes de esa hora. Let's see. 9. Ok, entonces de los 11 estamos inscritos. 9 ya enviaron su capturita, su tareita. Ok, entonces solo faltarían 2 a hacerlo. Entonces aquellas personas que faltan enviar la capturita de su score en la tareita, enviarlo acá a la opción de Moodle, de Verb Patterns Homework. Ok, antes de las 7. Para que no se perjudique en su nota de tareas. Okay. So we'll continue here. On page 77. Yes, here on page 77, So let's go to page 146. Here on page 146, we have the explanation, no more information about that. Choosing between gerunds and infinitives. So let's listen. We are going to listen to the examples.
8.6. 1. I'm not very good at working in a team.
Katie's given up smoking.
2.
Looking for a job can be depressing.
Shopping is my favourite thing to do at weekends. 3.
I hate not being on time for things.
I don't mind getting up early.
Okay. So we use the gerund, no, the verb plus ing, after prepositions and phrasal verbs, as in example 1. No, I'm not very good at working. After the preposition at, the verb with ing, no, at working. Or phrasal verbs, give up. Give up is a phrasal verb, no? Give up is when you stop doing something. So Kate is given up smoking. So after prepositions or phrasal verbs, the verb with ing. Also as the subject of a sentence when it goes at the beginning. Looking for a job can be depressing. Shopping is my favorite thing to do at weekends, yes, at the beginning. And after some verbs, no, for example, hate, don't mind, enjoy, prefer, etc. I hate not being on time for things, or I don't mind getting up. No, after those verbs, we have the ing. And if I want to make it negative, I use not and the verb with ing. No? And we have here some common verbs which take the gerund. Yes, so common verbs which take the gerund include admit, avoid, deny, dislike, enjoy, feel like, finish, hate, keep, like, love, mind, miss, practice, prefer, recommend, spend time, spend time, stop, suggest, and some phrasal verbs, for example, give up, go on, etc. And the negative gerund is not and the verb with ing, no? Not being, not getting, not doing. No? That is the negative gerund. Now, like, love, and hate. In American English, like, love, and hate are followed by the infinitive with to. This is becoming more common in British English too. For example, I like to listen to music in the car. So normally, after like, love, and hate, we have the verb with ing. No, I like swimming, like going, like I love cooking, or I hate washing. This is the verb with ing. But in American English, it's more common to use the infinitive with to after like, love, and hate. No, I like to do, I love to go, I hate to wash. No? So in fact, they accept both forms. No? Okay. Now let's listen to these examples of the infinitive with to.
8.7. 1.
My flat is very easy to find.
2. Liam is saving money to buy a new car. 3. My sister has never learned to drive.
Try not to make a noise.
Okay. So we use the infinitive with to, no? To plus infinitive after adjectives. No, my flat is very easy to find, no, or difficult to do. Mm. And also we use the infinitive, to plus infinitive to express a reason or purpose. No? Liam is saving money to buy a new car. ¿no? Why is he saving money? To buy a new car, ¿no? Es la razón por la que está ahorrando dinero, ¿no? That's the reason. And after some verbs, for example, want, need, learn, agree, advise, no? We use the infinitive. For example, my sister has never learned to drive, or try not to make a noise. Okay. So after some verbs, we use to plus infinitive. And after other verbs, we use the ing. Okay. And remember, now common verbs which take the infinitive include afford or can't afford, agree, decide, expect, forget, help, hope, learn, need, offer, plan, pretend, promise, refuse, remember, seem, try, want, would like. More verbs take the infinitive than the gerund. Yes, so more verbs are the ones that are followed by to and infinitive than the gerund. The negative infinitive, not to do. No? For example, try not to make. Not to do. These common verbs can take either the infinitive or gerund with no difference in meaning. For example, start, begin, continue. These verbs are followed by both the infinitive with to and the ing. Yes, and there is no difference, no, as we saw yesterday. Start to do, start doing. Begin to do, begin doing. Continue to do, continue doing. And there's no difference. For example, it started to rain. It's the same as it started raining. They mean the same, significan lo mismo. ¿No? Okay. No hay diferencia. Now, there are verbs that are followed by a person as an object pronoun and infinitive with to. So we also use the infinitive with to after some verbs plus person. For example, ask, tell, want, and would like. I ask someone to do something, or I tell someone to do something. I want someone to do something, or I would like someone to do something. And that's a very common pattern after these verbs. For example, can you ask the manager to come? She told him not to worry. I want you to do this now. We would really like you to come. To ask the manager to come. Told is the past of tell, no? Told him not to worry. Want you to do. Would like you to come. And infinitive without to. Let's listen to some examples of the infinitive with not to.
8.8. 1. I can't drive.
We must hurry.
2.
She always makes me laugh.
My parents didn't let me go out last night.
Okay, so we use the infinitive without to after most modal verbs and auxiliary verbs. No? I can't drive. I don't say I can't to drive. We must hurry. We don't say we must to hurry. No. So after most modal verbs, can, must, will, would, should, shall, might, may, etc. No, we don't use to. We use the infinitive, but no to. No? And after some auxiliaries. No? Now, also, we use the infinitive without to, no to, after make and let. For example, she always makes me laugh. You make someone do. Yeah, you know, it makes me to laugh. No, makes me laugh. Yeah. You make someone do. And let. My parents didn't let me go out last night. You go, let me to go. No. You let someone do. No? So when I say let someone do, is when you give permission to that person, when you permit that person to do something. No? My parents didn't let me go out last night. It didn't permit me to go out last night. No, they didn't give me permission to go out last night. And make, when you make someone do something, you can force them to do it. ¿No? Los puedes obligar a que hagan eso. ¿No? Or also make someone do something can mean to cause. ¿No? She always makes me laugh. ¿No? She always causes me to laugh, ¿no? O sea, ella siempre me hace reír, eso es lo que me provoca, ¿no? O me causa risa. Entonces, make puede significar eso, ¿no? Cuando obligamos a alguien a hacer algo o provocamos que algo suceda. Y el let, permiso, ¿no? Now, verbs that can take a gerund or an infinitive, but the meaning is different. We have here some. Try and remember. No, they accept both forms, but the meaning is different. No, we saw this yesterday. Try to be on time and try doing yoga. So I can say try to be, or try being, or try to do, or try doing. No? Entonces, try to be on time. So when I say try to do, you make an effort to be there. No? Try to be on time. Make an effort to be on time. ¿No? O attempt it, como se intenta, ¿no? Hacer el intento, ¿no? Hacer esfuerzo, el intento. Try doing yoga. Do it to see if you like it, ¿no? Try doing yoga. ¿No? O sea, prueba, ¿no? Prueba haciendo yoga. Prueba haciendo yoga, a ver si te gusta, ¿no? Do it to see if you like, as an experiment, ¿no? Más que todo es como experimentar. ¿No? Tiene que ver con experimentar, a ver si me gusta, si me agrada. Y si puedo hacerlo, ¿no? Entonces, try to do es hacer el intento, el esfuerzo, ¿no? Y try doing, experimentar, ¿no? A ver si me gusta o si lo vi. Remember to phone, I remember meeting, ¿no? So I remember to phone, remember phoning, I remember meeting or remember to meet. It's the same. So remember to phone. Remember to phone. When I say remember to phone him, don't forget to do it. No? When I say remember to do it, I want you not to forget it. ¿No? Acuérdate. ¿No? Acuérdate de llamarlo. No te olvides. Don't forget. I remember meeting him years ago. I have a memory of it. ¿No? Recuerdo haberlo conocido hace años. ¿No? Estoy acordándome de ese recuerdo. ¿No? I'm calling back that memory. ¿No? I have the memory. Tengo un recuerdo de eso. Remember doing. Pero remember to do es cuando te digo, tenlo presente, no te olvides, ¿no? Keep that in mind. ¿No? Igual que el forget, lo mismo pasa. Forget to do, forget doing, igual. No, they are different. Okay, so those are the patterns we learned yesterday. So here on page 146, we have some exercises. We have two sets of exercises, A and B. And exercise A says circle the correct form. Here you have 10 sentences that you have to, in which you have to choose which is the correct form, which verb form is the correct one. For example, I'm in charge of recruiting or to recruit. No? Of is a preposition. After preposition, ing. So I'm in charge of recruiting new staff. Okay, I'm in charge of recruiting new staff. So we have to do the same with the other sentences from 1 to 10. And then exercise B says complete with a verb from the list in the correct form. Here you have some verbs in the box. No, we have not buy, commute, do, leave, log, not make, retire, set up, wear, not worry. So we have to complete the sentences from 1 to 9 with a verb from this list in the correct form. ing or to or not to, etc. For example, I'd like to set up my own company. After would like, we use to, the infinitive. So I'd like to set up. And so on with the other sentences from 1 to 9. Okay, so let's complete those activities. I'll give you some minutes. I'll give you 3 minutes to complete the exercises and then we check. Okay, 3 minutes and we check. Okay, let's check. You can raise your hands if you want to participate. Okay, let's see. Veronica, number 1.
Okay, teacher. It's important for me spending time with my family.
It's important for me spending time with my family. It's important for me to spend. Yeah, important. Remember that important is an adjective. Adjectives normally are followed by to. Solo que en este caso, important antes del to va el for me, ¿no? It's important to spend time with my family, podríamos decir, ¿no? Ya, entonces por eso es to spend, ¿no? No to spending. Y después del adjective. Okay, let's see. Milagros. Number 2.
Okay, number 2, applying to go to university abroad can be complicated.
Applying or apply?
Applying.
Applying. The first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, applying. Applying to go to university abroad, yes, because it's the beginning, no? At the beginning of the sentence. When the verb comes at the beginning of the sentence, we use the ing. Okay. Number 3, Sophia.
Yes, miss. I want to do my shopping this morning.
I want to do. Mhm. I want to do my shopping, okay. Floor 4.
Yes, teacher. My boss wants to open a new office.
Yes, wants to open. You want to do. Palette number 5.
Okay, teacher, be careful not to ask her about her boyfriend. They've split up.
Be careful not to ask. Yes, because careful is an adjective, no? Okay, 6. Candy.
Yes, miss. Went on working until we finished.
We went on working. Go on is a phrasal verb, and then we use after phrasal verbs the ing. Okay. Maria, 7.
Okay, Dave is very good at solving problems.
Yes, very good at solving after prepositions, ing. Alexander, 8.
The best thing about weekends is not to go to work.
No, it's not going. The thing about weekends is not going to work. It's like the subject, ¿no? O sea, ¿qué es lo mejor? No ir. Like the subject. Tendría que ser como, está actuando como el sujeto, ¿no? Cuando lo ves como el sujeto, entonces ing. Juan Carlos, 9.
Self-check. Layla gave up modeling when she had a baby.
Laila gave up modeling. Okay, give up is a phrasal verb. After phrasal verbs, we use ing. Okay. And then Ariana.
I went on training course to learn about the new software.
To learn.
To learn.
Okay, I went on a training course to learn about new software. Okay. Now let's continue in exercise B. We have to complete with the verb from the list. No? It is in the correct form. ing, to plus infinitive or infinitive, no to, etc. I'd like to set up, no, for example. Let's see the next ones. Milagros. 1.
Okay, teacher. Number 1, my parents are planning to retire before they are 65.
Yes, are planning to retire. Okay. Candy, number 2.
Yes, miss. Rob spends 3 hours commuting work and back every day.
Rob spends 3 hours commuting. Okay, yes, commuting. Maria, 3.
Okay, Mark and his wife agreed not to worry about the problems he had at work.
Not to worry. Alexander, 4.
Did you remember to lock the door?
Did you remember to lock the door? Salad, 5.
In the end, I decided not to buy the shoes because they were very expensive.
Not to buy. Floor, 6.
The manager let us to leave work early on Fridays.
Let's us leave. Yeah, not to leave. Remember that after let, we use the infinitive, but no to. Yeah, let me go, let me do. So let's us leave. No infinitive. Okay, Ariana, 7.
And all employees must wear a jacket and tie at work.
Must wear. Yes, employees must wear. No, after modal verbs, no to. Infinitive, no to. Okay. So Verónica estaba levantando la mano. A ver. Se desanimó. Milagros 8.
Okay, teacher. Please try not to make any more mistakes in the report.
Not to make. And finally 9, Candy.
Yes, miss. I don't mind doing overtime during the week.
Yes, doing. Okay, very good. Yes, so this topic about verb patterns, we have to memorize them. No, what we have to do is to memorize, to learn them by heart. The lists. No, we can start with a short list that, like the ones we have here. No, which verbs are followed by ing or by verbs with ing. ¿No? Entonces, aprendernos esta pequeña lista, ¿no? Admit, avoid, deny, dislike, enjoy, feel like, finish, hate, keep, like, love, mind, miss, practice, prefer, recommend, spend time, stop, suggest. ¿No? ¿Listo? And after prepositions, ¿no? Or after phrasal verbs also. Y los que van seguidos del to, que son afford, agree, decide, expect, forget, help, hope, learn, need, offer, plan, pretend, promise, refuse, remember, seem, try, want, would like, advise, ¿no? More verbs, take the infinitive, obviamente, ¿no? Es un patrón que lleva más. Entonces, con esa pequeña lista es en la que podemos empezar, ¿no? Aprendérnoslo bien, así de memoria, para saber cómo va el verbo después de esos verbos, ¿no? What is the pattern after those verbs? Okay. Now we have some writing here. Let's go to page 121. Page 121, we have a covering email. Covering email is what we write when we want to apply for a job. No, when you apply for a job, you write a covering email, adding or attaching your CV. So it says, we are looking for dedicated, enthusiastic, and energetic people to work at the forthcoming World Athletics Championships. There are vacancies in the following areas: administration, hospitality and catering, translation and language services, medical support. All applicants must be appropriately qualified, and B1 level of English is a minimum requirement. Send your CV and a covering email in English to recruitment@wac.com. Okay, so this is a job advert, no? An advert. No? Looking for people, no? For applicants to this job. So look at the job advertisement, no? This is the job advert or advertisement. Okay, and here we have below, we have Ricardo Suarez wants to apply for a job and is submitting his CV. Read the covering email to go with it. Circle the best phrase. So here we have Ricardo's covering email, well, in which he's attaching his CV because he's applying for that job, for this job. Okay, so we have to read Ricardo's covering email and we have to choose which is the correct option. in options 1 to 6. No? Dear sir or madam, I am writing I'm writing to apply for a job in medical support at the forthcoming World Athletics Championships. I am a qualified physiotherapist and I have been working at a rehabilitation center in Bristol since January 2016. My English is great. I speak English very well. Level C1. I enclose or I attach my CV. Hope to hear from you soon. Or I look forward to hearing from you soon, which is the correct one. Yours sincerely or yours faithfully, Ricardo Suarez. So let's read that covering email. And we have to decide which is the correct option in each gaps or yes, in each sentences from 1 to 6. Okay. So you have to consider what kind of letter is it. No, if you are applying for a job, it's an informal letter, formal letter. Okay. So read and decide. I'll give you 2 minutes to complete, to choose, and then we check. Yeah, 2 minutes and we check. Okay, let's see. Let's check. Number 1. Salad.
Okay, teacher, is I am writing to apply for a job.
I am.
Yes.
Okay. And why not I'm writing?
Because this is a contraction form and it's not formal.
Okay, good. Number 2, candy.
qualified therapist, and I have been working at a rehabilitation center in Bristol, January.
Since January 2016. Okay, I have been working. Okay. Sophia, number 3.
Yes, teacher. My English is great. Level C1.
So yeah, I speak English very well. I speak English very well, level C1. Remember that this is a formal letter. No? A formal letter, we use longer sentences and not so colloquial expressions. Ariana, 4.
I attach my CV.
I attach.
Yes, attach.
Okay, I attach my CV. And why not enclose? Can I enclose?
Because it's not formal.
No. It could also be enclose. But what's the difference between enclose and attach? How I am sending the letter? Enclose is when you are, it's like attach, no? When you send something, but in an envelope, no? In an envelope. I send the letter, and there I send also my CV in the same envelope. And I send it, for example, by mail, no? By post, or courier, no sé, no? Or cargo. But it's attached because it's an email, no? It's electronic, no? So it's attached, ¿ya? Entonces, enclose sería si es que yo lo adjunto porque lo meto en el mismo sobre junto con la carta con el CV, ¿no? Y lo mando por correo físico, ¿no? Pero attach es para adjuntar a un correo electrónico, ¿no? En este caso. Ya tiene que ver más con el contexto, ¿no? Ok. Listo. Entonces, attach. ¿Quién me dijo eso? María, creo, ¿no?
No, Miss Ariana.
Ah, Ariana. Ariana. Ok. Attach. Listo. Milagros 5.
Okay, number 5. Maybe I look forward to hearing from you.
Okay. And why not hope to hear from you soon?
Because the first sentence is for a friend, an email for a friend. And the second is more formal.
Yes, no, this is more for formal situations, from a formal context. No, I look forward to doing something. Okay. And 6, Flor.
Yours faithfully.
Okay, yours faithfully. And why not yours sincerely?
It's sincerely yours is incorrect.
No, you can say
It's
also
not
yours.
polite.
Well, actually, both are polite, but you use yours faithfully when you don't know the name of the person you are sending the letter. No, so when you begin the letter formal letters, ¿no? Formal letters with dear sir or madam. Es como decir a quien corresponda, ¿no? Yo no sé a quién será, ¿no? Entonces, es como en español cuando decimos a quien corresponde, ¿no? Decimos señor o señora, no sé el nombre de la persona. Entonces usamos yours faithfully, ¿no? Normalmente cuando comenzamos con dear sir or madam, que no sabemos a quién exactamente va dirigido, we end the letter saying yours faithfully. Yours sincerely es también para formal, ¿no? Formal letters, pero cuando sí menciono el nombre de la persona. Dear Mr. Jones, ¿no? O dear Mrs. González, ¿no? Entonces, yours sincerely, ¿no? Entonces, sí, ambos podrían ser para formal, pero cuando no sabemos, yours faithfully. Ok. Bien. So that's formal, no? Formal, a formal letter, because I am applying for a job, no? I'm sending it to an institution or to a person in authority, and I am presenting myself, and I'm attaching or enclosing my CV, no? So that's for formal emails, no? So a formal email, you don't know the person's name normally, no? You start with dear sir or madam and you finish with yours faithfully, ¿no? Que no, puede que no sepamos el nombre de la persona, entonces si yo no sé el nombre de la persona, comienzo con dear sir or madam y termino con yours faithfully. You know the person's name. If you know the person's name, then you say dear Mr., Ms. or Mrs. and the last name, Garcia, Pérez, González, Jones, Smith, Brown, etc. Pero el apellido, ¿no? No el nombre. And you finish with yours sincerely. And the style, don't use contractions, no contractions. Informal letters, no contractions. And use formal language. Usamos lenguaje formal. Formal language. Okay, so that's when we write formal letters. Formal contexts. Now let's move on to page 78. Yeah, page 78, we have this text in the Dragon's Den. It says, read the first part of an article about the TV program Dragon's Den and answer the questions. So we're going to read the first part, the first part of this article in the Dragon's Den. And we have to answer this. Who are the dragons? Where do the contestants meet them? Where do the contestants meet the dragons? How does the program work? How does the program work? What is it about? And is there a similar TV program in your country? Okay, so let's read the first part of this article, the Dragon's Den, in the Dragon's Den, and we have to answer these 4 questions. Okay. And here we have these people from left to right. Is from left to right. We have Duncan Valentine, Nick Jenkins, Deborah Meaden, Kelly Hoppen, and Peter Jones. The dragons. Okay, and here we have some words, the glossary, some new words that you are going to find in the article. A den is the hidden home of some types of wild animal. Den, como la guarida, It's like where an animal hides. Entrepreneur is a person who makes money by starting or running businesses. What we call in Spanish emprendedor, Something like that, like a business person, It makes money by starting or running businesses. That's an entrepreneur. And make a pitch, present something you're trying to sell. Yeah, that is to make a pitch. To make a pitch, when you make a product, you have a product that you want to sell, you're trying to sell, and you present it. You present that product that you are trying to sell. So you make a pitch. Okay, so let's read the text. We are going to read, and then we're going to answer the questions. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to take a look at the text, to read it, and to answer the questions, and we check. 2 minutes to read and we check. Okay, let's see. So we're going to read and then we answer the questions. Okay, so first let's read. Okay, Milagros, read please the first part of the text up to business people.
Okay. In the Dragon's Den. The Dragon's Den is a UK TV series with similar versions in many different countries, which has been on TV every year since the original show in 20,
2005.
2005. In the UK program, contestants have 3 minutes to present their ideas for a product or service to 5 very successful business people.
Yes, to 5 very successful business people. Okay, thank you, Milagros. Flor, continue the next part of the text from these people to might be a success.
Yes, teacher. These people are nicknamed the Dragons, and the intimidating room where they meet the contestants is the den. The Dragons, who are multimillionaires, are prepared to invest money in any business that they believe might be a success.
Thank you. The next one, Ariana. Continue reading, please, from in return up to market. It's possible market.
Okay. In return, they take a share in the profits. The contestants are usually young entrepreneurs, product designers, or people with a new idea for a product or a service. They have 3 minutes to make their pitch. Then the dragons ask them questions about it and its possible market.
Okay. And Candy, finish the text.
Yes, miss. Finally, the dragons say if they are prepared to invest or not. If they are not convinced by the presentation, they say the dread words, I'm out. So far, the dragon have agreed to invest in more than
200.
100 business.
250 businesses. Okay. Thank you. Now, Alexander, question 1. Who are the dragons?
They they was or they were entrepreneurs or millionaires, and they uh, search to someone wants to investments in his company or product.
Okay, so these are the dragons. No, the dragons are successful business people. No, they are businessmen or business women, no, with a lot of money, and that they can invest. No, invest on a business that is just starting. No, from an entrepreneur. No, but they are successful businessmen and millionaires. No, who can invest there. No, those are the dragons. Okay, Alexander. Now be careful with the tenses. Now, Juan Carlos, who are, sorry, question 2. Where do the contestants meet them?
In the place where the program is filmed in the dam.
Yes, but where, specifically in what place?
Then
In the den, no? That is the place where they meet the contestants, no? It's an intimidating room. Okay. Por eso se llama así el programa, ¿no? The den, in the dragon's den. Now, Sophia, 3. How does the program work?
Miss dragons who are multimillionaires and constants are usually young entrepreneurs, product designer, or people with a new idea.
Okay, yeah, the dragons, they are multimillionaires, no? And the contestants, yes, they are young entrepreneurs, no, with a new idea, a new business, a new product, or a new service. And what do dragons do? What do they do?
Miss the multimillionaires invest money in any business.
In a business that they think can be successful, no? Okay. Sophia. Okay. Yes, in the business that they think, no? Que le convence. Salet, 4. Is there a similar TV program in your country? Is there a similar TV program in Peru?
Well, I don't know if there is a similar program in Peru, but I know that in Mexico there is a similar one, which is Shark Tank Mexico.
Yes, no, we have Shark Tank, different versions from different countries, no? Mexico, Shark Tank, Colombia. Yes, no, yes. That in the Dragon's Tank is very similar to Shark Tank, no? So like, here are dragons. In Latin America, we have sharks, no? Son los tiburoncillos. Okay. Yes. Very good. Now, Vamos a quedarnos ahí un ratito. Let's stop here. We are going to take a break. Ya, vamos a tomar ya ahora nuestro receso. Vamos a tomar nuestro receso 15 minutitos y luego continuamos con el resto de la clase. Okay, so let's take a break of 15 minutes and then we continue with the class. Okay, let's continue with the class. Yeah, let's continue here on page 78. So first, look at the photos and read about 3 products that were presented on the show and answer the questions and say why. It says, which product do you think the Dragons invested in and has been successful? Which product do you think the Dragons didn't invest in and has been a failure? And which product do you think the Dragons didn't invest in but has been very successful? So here we have these products, no? Tinga Tang, Slappy Watches, Tangle Teaser. Okay, so we have these 3 products. So Tinga Tang, Jill and Claire from Leeds in the north of England designed Tinga Tang, a range of silver jewelry for men and women to show that they are single, in the same way that a wedding ring shows that you're married. The pair asked the Dragons to invest £500,000 in their business. Okay, so it's Tinga Tang. Slappy Watches, David from Birmingham asked the Dragons for £50,000 in exchange for 25% of his watch company. Slappy. The watches, which cost under £20, are on the straps of many different colors, and the watch faces are also available in different designs. The straps and watch faces can be bought separately and are interchangeable, so you can create your own watch. Tangle Teaser. Sean, a hairdresser from London, set up a company to produce brightly colored plastic hairbrushes, which were especially good at untangling hair. He demonstrated the brushes on the show and asked for an £80,000 investment in exchange for 15% of his company. Okay, so which product do you think the Dragons invested in and has been successful? Which one the Dragons didn't invest in and has been a failure? And which one the Dragons didn't invest in but has been very successful? According to you, it's a prediction. So let's see. Milagros, tell me, which product do you think the Dragons invested in and has been successful?
Okay, maybe Slappy Watches. Because the watches which cost under 20 pounds are on a strap of many different colors, and the watch face are also available in different designs.
Okay. Yeah, and well, he's not asking so much money, no, to invest. And he's offering the 25% of the company. Okay. Yeah, could be. Could be. Let's see. What about number 2, Flor? Which product do you think the Dragons didn't invest in and has been a failure?
I think the Tinga Tang, and because maybe the market is too difficult and they ask for too much investment, like $500,000.
Yes, no, too much money, 500,000. Okay. Let's see, Veronica. Which product do you think the Dragons didn't invest in but has been very successful?
Yes, teacher. For me, it maybe is sleepy watches because I feel that it has been successful. The purchase become interesting, and you could create your own watch with your own design.
Yes, no, your own style. Okay, very good. Let's see. Mm, mm. So let's see. Let's go to page 109. Let's find what happened. No, we have Tingatan. The Dragons quickly decided that they didn't like the idea. Comments included, I immediately don't like it. And the best place for you to start is by giving up this ridiculous idea. So they didn't invest anything. Jill and Sarah didn't give up and carried on selling their pendants and rings at singles clubs and on dating websites. But the idea never really took off and the jewelry is no longer available. No? So it was a failure. No, they didn't invest and it was a failure. Okay. And let's see. The Slappy watches, no? Two of the Dragons were prepared to give David the money he wanted, although only in exchange for 45% of the company. David decided to accept Dragon Nick Jenkins' offer. Minutes after the program was broadcast, Slappy's website crashed because it was unavailable to cope with the insane numbers of people trying to buy watches. Since then, the company has grown and Slappy watches are now available on many different websites, including Amazon. Okay, so they decided to invest in Slappy watches and it was a success. No? And finally, Tangled Teaser. So the Dragons listened patiently to Sean's pitch, but when it came to investing in his business, they responded unanimously. I'm out. One dragon called it a waste of time, and Deborah Midden said it was like a horse brush. However, they were wrong. The brushes are now sold all over the world and have revolutionized the hairdressing industry. A few years after his Dragon's Den appearance, Sean told the company Sean sold the company for over 100 million pounds. And as he owned it entirely himself, he was the one who enjoyed the profits. So they didn't invest in Tangled Teaser, but it was a success. Okay. Sometimes happens that not necessarily the ones in which they invest are successful. Now, we're going to, we have, these are two Dragons Den contestants, Jake and Joe, and this is their product. Jake and Joe asked for £60,000 in exchange for 20% of their online photo framing business, Frame Again. So we're going to listen to part 1 of an interview with Joe about his experience. And we're going to mark the sentences T for true or F for false. You have 8 sentences. It says, Joe and Jake applied to be on Dragon's Den together. Yes or no? No, true or false. They prepared their pitch very quickly. The show was filmed in Manchester. They didn't do any preparation the night before. They only slept for a few hours the night before the program. No, they only slept for a few hours. No, only a few hours on the night before the program. They were the third contestants on that program, the third. Other contestants waited for up to 12 hours for their turn. They met one of the dragons while they were waiting to go on. Okay, so let's listen, mark the sentences true or false, and correct the false sentences. Okay, listen and mark.
(8.9) Part 1. Whose idea was it to go on the programme?
It was my idea. I applied without telling my business partner, Jake. Of course, I never really expected to get on it, but then they phoned me from the BBC and said, "You're on the programme," so that's when I told him.
Did you spend a long time preparing your pitch?
Yes, we worked really hard and we practiced a lot so that we knew the pitch word for word. The evening before the show, we actually went for a run up in Manchester where it's filmed, and we went running together, just repeating the pitch over and over again.
How did you feel when you arrived at the Den?
Well, we were told to get to the set at about 11 o'clock the night before because you had to prepare everything in advance, like any furniture you need, things like that. It was freezing cold and we were exhausted. We didn't get back to our hotel until the middle of the night, and a car came to pick us up a few hours later at 5:30 in the morning.
What time did you actually do your pitch?
11:30. So we were lucky because we were the first in that particular programme.
Why lucky?
Because we didn't have to wait too long. The other contestants spent ages just waiting around. Some of them, the ones who were on last, had to wait 12 hours.
Did you meet the dragons before you went in to do the pitch?
No, you're not allowed to. Like, if you go to the toilet before you go on, someone has to escort you in case you meet a dragon. So the first time you see them is when you go into the den.
(8.9) Part 1. Whose idea was it to go on the programme?
It was my idea. I applied without telling my business partner, Jake. Of course, I never really expected to get on it, but then they phoned me from the BBC and said, "You're on the programme," so that's when I told him.
Did you spend a long time preparing your pitch?
Yes, we worked really hard and we practiced a lot so that we knew the pitch word for word. The evening before the show, we actually went for a run up in Manchester where it's filmed, and we went running together, just repeating the pitch over and over again.
How did you feel when you arrived at the Den?
Well, we were told to get to the set at about 11 o'clock the night before because you had to prepare everything in advance, like any furniture you need, things like that. It was freezing cold and we were exhausted. We didn't get back to our hotel until the middle of the night, and a car came to pick us up a few hours later at 5:30 in the morning.
What time did you actually do your pitch?
11:30. So we were lucky because we were the first in that particular programme.
Why lucky?
Because we didn't have to wait too long. The other contestants spent ages just waiting around. Some of them, the ones who were on last, had to wait 12 hours.
Did you meet the dragons before you went in to do the pitch?
No, you're not allowed to. Like, if you go to the toilet before you go on, someone has to escort you in case you meet a dragon. So the first time you see them is when you go into the den.
Okay, so let's check. You can raise your hands to participate, okay? So let's see if these sentences are true or false according to the audio. Okay. Can you tell me number 1? Joe and Jake applied to be on Dragon's Den together.
I'm sorry, you said Candy?
Candy?
¿Se me escucha?
Sí.
Ok, ¿puedo responder la 1?
Ah, es que estaba llamando a Candy.
Yes, miss. Number 1 is false.
Okay. Why?
Because Joy he went alone the program without Jake.
Okay. Yeah, he applied, no? He applied for the program. It was his idea, no? To apply for the program, no? And then after they were accepted, he told Jake, no? Yes, so it was his idea, no? Not both. Okay. Yeah. A ver. Edgar, tell me number 2. They prepared their pitch very quickly.
True.
No, it's false. I say that they prepare their pitch word by word, ¿no? And they take time. They took time, mejor dicho, ¿no? O sea, sí se demoraron, tomaron su tiempo en preparar bien su presentación. No, so it's false. It wasn't quickly. Juan Carlos 3. The show was filmed in Manchester.
True.
True. Alexander 4. They didn't do any preparation the night before.
False.
Okay, why false?
Because they must prepare the pitch for the next day.
Okay. Yes, no, they were running and they practice their pitch while they were running. Okay. Then Veronica 5. They only slept for a few hours the night before the program.
Okay, teacher. Yes, it's true.
Okay, yes. They picked them up very early, no? The next day. Okay. Sophia, number 6. They were the third contestants on that program. Is false. Okay, why false?
Because it's Jake and Joe.
Yes, but they were the third contestants on that program. No, they were the 5th, the 6th. ¿En qué orden entraron? They were the 1st, the 2nd, the 4th, the 5th, the 10th. ¿En qué orden? Ellos ingresaron. Entraron primeros, segundos, décimos, quintos. They were in the third. So they were the
first.
the first, ¿no? Entraron primerito. Okay.
Yes.
Then I have, okay, floor. Number 7. Other contestants waited for up to 12 hours for their turn.
Is false.
No, it's true. No, he said we were lucky because we didn't have to wait too long. No, the last ones they had to wait up to 12 hours. No, o sea, así es. Los últimos, ¿no? Son los de que tuvieron que esperar hasta 12 horas. And 8. Salet. 8. They met one of the dragons while they were waiting to go on.
No, it's false.
Why?
Because they are not allowed to.
Yes, they are not allowed. No, it's not permitted to meet the dragons. They are not allowed. ¿No? Incluso para el baño te escoltan, dice, ¿no? Para que no los conozcas. Okay. So, we are going to listen to the end of the interview. Yeah, we're going to listen to the end of the interview and we're going to answer this question. What did Joe and Jake decide to do? Why? Did they think it was the right decision? So we're going to listen to the end of the interview, to the last part, and we have to answer these questions. What did Joe and Jake decide to do? Why they decided to do that? And did they think it was the right decision? Listen and answer.
Part 3.
It was very stressful because we knew we had to make a decision immediately. So Jake said, yes, let's take the jobs. But I said, you don't want to work for Jessop's. And he stayed silent. And I said, I don't want to work for Jessop's. I mean, neither of us were in a position where we could have dropped everything and gone and worked for Jessop's full time. It was ridiculous.
So you said no?
That's right.
Have you ever regretted saying no?
No, not for a second. It was still early days for us then, so we were still kind of having fun and enjoying running our own business. And things worked out well for us. Frame Again was successful, and eventually we sold the business this year.
But not one of the dragons?
No, but that would have been perfect.
Ok, creo que mejor vamos a escuchar la parte anterior de la entrevista para que la podamos entender. Okay, so let's listen to part 2 and then we listen to the last part of the interview.
Part 2. What were the dragons like?
Well, they're obviously told by the producers to be really unfriendly and aggressive. So I remember thinking, when the doors opened and we walked in, what I wanted to do was just to smile at one of them. That was my way of making myself relaxed. And I looked at Deborah Meaden because she was in the middle, and I smiled at her. But she just, stared at me, stony-faced, to make me feel nervous. And it worked.
Did you think you did a good presentation?
Yeah, we did. But Jake, who usually never gets anything wrong, he forgot his first words, and he just never does that. So we both thought when he got the introduction wrong that it was going to go badly, but it didn't.
So what happened after you'd done your pitch?
Yeah, well, 4 of the dragons said, "I'm out." They said they weren't interested. So we were feeling pretty depressed, pretty negative.
And then?
The last dragon was Peter, and he's quite scary. He's incredibly tall, over 2 meters. And at first, he really criticized us. But then he told us he had a big chain of camera shops called Jessop's, and they were starting online printing and photo framing as part of their business. And then he said, "I've got 15 guys in Hong Kong trying to do what you guys are doing, but you guys are doing it better. I'm going to offer you both a job."
Were you very surprised?
Totally, because it had never happened on Dragon's Den before. In 10 years, they'd never offered someone a job.
So he offered you jobs just like that?
Well, his offer was that he wanted to have our business and for us to work with him at Jessop's.
With a good salary?
Very.
So what did you do?
Part 3.
It was very stressful because we knew we had to make a decision immediately. So Jake said, "Yes, let's take the jobs." But I said, "You don't want to work for Jessop's." And he stayed silent. And I said, "I don't want to work for Jessop's." I mean, neither of us were in a position where we could have dropped everything and gone and worked for Jessop's full time. It was ridiculous.
So you said no?
That's right.
Have you ever regretted saying no?
No, not for a second. It was still early days for us then, so we were still kind of having fun and enjoying running our own business. And things worked out well for us. Frame Again was successful, and eventually we sold the business this year.
But not one of the dragons?
No, but that would have been perfect.
Okay, now we have listened to both parts of the interview, so now we have a clearer idea of what happened. So here, in the second part of the interview, he explained about how was their experience when they met the dragons, at the den. They said that they were very nervous when they presented. They made the pitch. Jake forgot his first words. 4 of the dragons said, "I'm out." They didn't want to invest. They weren't interested. And only Peter, that is the scariest one because very, very tall, 2 meters, he offered them a job at Jessop's. No, it's his business. So he says that he has other people who are doing the same thing as they do, but they do it better. So he wanted them to work for him at Jessop's, at his business. So in the last part, they make a decision. So what did Joe and Jake decide to do? And why they decided that? And if they thought it was the right decision or not. No? So we have to answer those questions. Let's see. Milagros, tell me, what did Joe and Jake decide to do?
Okay. They decide not to.
They decided. Milagros. No te escucho. No te escucho. Parece que tienes un problema con tu audio o con tu micrófono. Porque no se te escucha. No por el chat. Por el chat me puedes escribir en todo caso la respuesta. ¿Estás ahí? Milagros. Parece que no me escucha. No por el chat, mándame la respuesta. Okay, let's see. Flor,
Yes, teacher.
tell me, what did Joe and Jake decide to do?
They decide to reject the offer of working at Yes Shops because they want to enjoy their business.
Okay, yes, no, they decided to reject their offer, no, not to accept Peter's offer to work at Jess's. Okay. And Alexander, did they think it was the right decision?
Yes, they because they has own business.
Mhm. And what did they do with their business? Or what happened?
I can listen that this part.
Okay, well, it's part of the answer. No, they thought it was the right decision because their business was very successful. No, their business was very successful, and then they sold it. No, they sold it in a very high price, and they get that money. No, entonces realmente es un negocio, se volvió exitoso. No, por eso es que no se arrepienten, obviamente, de haber and to work at Jessup because they couldn't drop everything they did and work at Jessup. Okay, milagros. Yes. That's true. Okay, entonces it was successful. Después de esa presentación, obviamente fue muy exitoso, tuvieron mucho éxito. Su negocio despegó y luego lo vendieron, ¿no? Decidieron venderlo a un muy buen precio. Obviamente a ninguno de los dragones, ¿no? Nada dragon, pero a otra persona, ¿no? Por eso es que no se arrepiente, ¿no? That's why they don't regret. ¿No? Esa es la respuesta realmente. Ok. See. We have, it says, listen to Joe and Jake giving their Dragon's Den pitch for Frame Again. Number the questions 1 to 5 in the order they answered them. Okay. So we're going to listen to Jack and Joe, no, giving their pitch, their Dragon's Den pitch for Frame Again for their business. And we have to number these questions from A to E. We have to number them from 1 to 5 in the order they answer these questions. No, we have how much will it cost? What is the product? Give a detailed description. Who are you? What's the name of your product? Do you have an advertising slogan for the product? Who is the product for? Okay, so let's listen, and we are going to number these questions from 1 to 5 according to the order they answer the questions. Okay, listen and order.
Good morning. I'm Joe and this is Jake. Oh, no, sorry. I'm Jake and this is Joe, and we're here to tell you about our new product, Frame Again.
Frame Again is an online service for printing and framing your photos. At the moment, it's easy to take a photo, but it's difficult to print and frame it attractively. With Frame Again, it couldn't be simpler. First, you upload your photo to the Frame Again website straight from your phone, tablet, or computer. Then you choose the colors of your frame. Then we print, frame, and deliver your photo to you the very next day. It's quick and it's easy. The product's great and the service is great.
Frame Again is for today's smartphone photographers and Instagram users. That's why we designed a modern frame which is square, perfect for framing Instagram photos. We think it will be very popular because the frames look great in any home or office.
One photo, printed, framed, and delivered to your door, will cost £12.99.
Our slogan is printed, framed, and delivered in 24 hours. Good morning. I'm Joe and this is Jake. Oh, no, sorry. I'm Jake and this is Joe, and we're here to tell you about our new product, Frame Again.
Frame Again is an online service for printing and framing your photos. At the moment, it's easy to take a photo, but it's difficult to print and frame it attractively. With Frame Again, it couldn't be simpler. First, you upload your photo to the Frame Again website straight from your phone, tablet, or computer. Then you choose the colors of your frame. Then we print, frame, and deliver your photo to you the very next day. It's quick and it's easy. The product's great and the service is great.
Frame Again is for today's smartphone photographers and Instagram users. That's why we designed a modern frame which is square, perfect for framing Instagram photos. We think it will be very popular because the frames look great in any home or office.
One photo, printed, framed, and delivered to your door, will cost £12.99.
Our slogan is printed, framed, and delivered in 24 hours.
Okay, so let's see. Let's check. What is the order? Sophia, which is number 1?
Is who are you? What's the name of your product?
Okay. Number 2, Edgar.
Letter B, what is the product? Give a detailed description.
Yes. Number 3, Salette.
Who is a product for?
Is the product for? Okay. Ariana. 4.
What is the product? Give a detailed description.
No, that is number 2.
Sorry, teacher. Number 4 is, do you know how much will it cost?
Okay, how much will it cost? Yes, so number 5, do you have an advertising slot? Okay. Bien. Okay, now let's move to page 80, and we have lesson 8B. Have a nice day. This lesson, we're going to learn reported speech, no? How to report sentences and questions using reported speech. Also, we'll learn some vocabulary about shopping and making nouns from verbs, no? That is word building or word formation. And in pronunciation, the letters AI. She said that she was going to complain. Did they give her a refund? Okay. So we have here reading. It says, look at these phrases. Who usually says them? Mark them C for customer or SA for sales assistant. So we have a list of 10 questions, 10 sentences or phrases. Do you need any help? What size are you? Do you have this in blue? Have a nice day. No, thanks. I'm just looking. Are you looking for anything in particular? It's a bit big. Have you got a smaller size? Can I try this on? Shall I put your receipt in the bag? The changing rooms are over there. So let's decide who usually says these things, the customer or the sales assistant. So let's see. Number 1. Candy, who says number 1? Do you need any help?
Yes, Miss. Sales assistant.
The sales assistant. Okay. Good. Number 2. Milagros. What size are you?
Yes, teacher. Is sales assistant.
Yes, the sales assistant. Good. Then number 3. Flor. Do you have this in blue?
The customer.
The customer. Good. Number 4. Sophia. Have a nice day.
Sales assistant.
Sales assistant. Then 5. Alexander.
Customer.
No, thanks. I'm just looking. Yes, the customer. 6. Ariana.
Sales assistant.
Are you looking for anything in particular? Yes, the sales assistant. Salette. 7. It's a bit big. Have you got a smaller size?
Customer.
The customer. Edgar. 8. Can I try this on?
Customer.
The customer. Juan Carlos. 9. Shall I put your seat in the back?
Sales assistant.
The sales assistant. Mhm. And the last one, Milagros. The changing rooms are over there.
A sales assistant.
Yes, the sales assistant. Changing rooms. Okay. Now, here we have this article, no? When happy to help becomes a problem. So we're going to read this article and we're going to underline the questions that the second sales assistant asks. Now, which questions do you think aren't appropriate in this situation? Okay, so we have this text. When happy to help becomes a problem, Jonathan Haynes. It's my lunch break. I work near King's Cross, a major London train station, and I've gone to the shopping mall there to buy a new wallet. It's a very simple shopping trip. At least I think it's simple, but 5 minutes later, I'm not so sure. As I enter the shop, a sales assistant at the far end shouts at me, "Hi, how are you doing today? Do you need any help?" I answer, "I'm fine, I'm just looking, thanks." That should be the end of the conversation, and I go to look at the wallets. "Hello, do you need any help?" Here is another sales assistant, who I will call sales assistant 2. Me, "I'm fine, thanks. I'm just looking." I don't know why he needed to ask me this, as I'm certain he heard me tell his colleague. Sales assistant 2. Are you going anywhere nice? This seems a strange question. I expect it. Are you looking for anything in particular today? As I don't answer, he repeats the question. Are you going anywhere nice? I remember that I'm in a shop in a train station, and I now understand his question. No, I work near here. I just came in to look for a new wallet. Where do you work? Oh, I work in an office around the corner. I try to look at wallets and hope he goes away. Do you like football? It's a simple question, but I know that if I say yes, he will ask me questions about your team. I'm not sure how this helps me to buy a wallet. It's okay. Are you going to watch the England match? I want him to stop. No, I'm not. I walk to another part of the shop. The sales assistant follows me. What are you doing after work? I'm having dinner with a friend. Are you doing anything for the rest of the day? Thank you for your help. I ran away without a wallet. His never-ending questions lost him the sale. Shopping didn't used to be like this. In the USA, perhaps, but not in the UK. It is a big improvement that sales assistants nowadays acknowledge your existence and are sometimes actually helpful. But there's a difference between being helpful and trying to pretend you're a shopper's best friend. Okay. So let's see, we're going to underline the questions that the second sales assistant asks. And which questions do you think aren't appropriate in this situation? Okay, so these are the questions that the second shop assistant asked. No, are you going anywhere nice? No, though all the ones that are there. Are you going anywhere nice? Where do you work? Do you like football? Are you going to watch the England match? etc. Which of the questions, no, do you think aren't appropriate in that situation? All of them, most of them? Candy, what do you think? Which questions do you think aren't appropriate in that situation?
I think only one and two. No, one and one and two. How are you doing today? Do you need any help? And lower, it's hello. Do you need any help? That's it.
Okay, you think those are the ones that are not appropriate?
Oh no. I think it's appropriate.
Okay, and which ones are not appropriate?
The rest of the questions.
Mhm. Okay, all the other questions, no? Are you going anywhere nice? Mhm. Where do you work? Do you like football? Are you going to watch the England match? No, what are you doing after work? Are you doing anything for the rest of the day? No, all the other questions, because they were like more personal, no? Not for the situation, the shopping context. Okay. Now, let's see. We have here some sentences. We're going to take a look at this. It says, well, he asked me if I needed any help. I said that I was just looking. No? So that was the first question from the shop assistant. No, do you need any help? And I'm just looking. No, was the answer. So we have here other sentences that refer to the questions the shop assistant or the sales assistant asked and what the customer said. No, he asked me where I worked. I said I worked in an office around the corner. No, and that is about the other question. No, where do you work? No, that was the original question. Where do you work? I work in an office around the corner. And here, no, he asked me where I worked. I said I worked in an office around the corner. Number 3 says, he asked me if I liked football. I said it was okay. And that is the next question, no? Do you like football? It's okay. Because he asked me if I liked football, it was okay. He asked me if I was going to watch the England match. I said that I wasn't. That's the other question, no? Are you going to watch the England match? No, I'm not. No? And so he asked me if I was going to watch the England match. Are you going? If I was going. No, I'm not. I said that I wasn't. See the change. And finally, he asked me what I was doing after work. I told him I was having dinner with a friend. No, so what are you doing after work? I'm having dinner with a friend. No, what are you doing? I am having. No, he asked me what I was doing. What are you doing? What I was doing. No, I am having dinner. I was having dinner. Okay, these sentences from 2 to 5 are examples of reporting questions. No? Here, he's reporting the questions the shop assistant asked him and his answers. So how do we form the reported speech? Let's take a look. unreported speech. So let's see the difference between reported and direct speech. We can use both to talk about what somebody said or thought. We can use reported, we can use direct. What is the difference? See, direct speech. He said, I don't want to talk to you. This is direct speech. I don't want to talk to you. That is what he actually said. Reported speech. He said he didn't want to talk to me. See? So that is the difference between direct speech and reported speech. The direct speech is when I mention, it's like a quotation, no? I say what the person actually or originally said, no? That is the direct speech, no? Entonces, he said, quotation marks, ¿no? Son las comillas, quotation marks. I don't want to talk to you. Entonces estoy citando, mencionando lo que la persona originalmente dijo. ¿No? Estoy citando lo que la persona dijo. That is direct speech. Es lo que la persona dijo. I don't want to talk to you. In quotation marks, ¿no? En comillas. But reported speech, I am telling, ¿no? I am telling another person what the person said. He said he didn't want to talk to me. No? So there are changes. Now, what is the structure of a reported speech sentence? Yeah. We know that the changes are mainly in the tenses. The tense of the sentence changes from direct to reported speech, but not only the tense of the verb or the form of the verb. Also, some other words change. For example, the pronouns. No, it's not I. No, it could be he or she, depending on the person who said that. Also, possessive adjectives can change. No, ya no sería my, sería his, her, etc. And also some words that refer to place and time. They also change. So here we have this part. These are examples of direct speech because it's what the person actually and originally said. And here, the reported speech. No, is the direct speech, and here we change it into reported speech. We are reporting it. ¿No? Entonces, cuando reportamos es más que todo cuando contamos lo que otra persona dijo, ¿no? Él dijo que no quería hablar conmigo. That's reported speech. ¿No? En cambio, direct speech, vamos a decir, él dijo, no quiero volver a hablarte. Estoy citando lo que la persona realmente dijo. ¿No? That's direct speech. Reported, él dijo que no quería volver a ver. That's reported speech. No, I'm just telling. So here, direct speech. I don't want to talk to you. Here, this sentence is in present simple. If the sentence is negative, reported speech also negative. If it's affirmative, reported speech also affirmative. If it's a question, then we report a question. Okay, so I don't want to talk to you. It's a negative sentence in present simple. I don't want to talk to you. So if the sentence is in present simple, reported speech changes to the past. ¿Ya? Siempre reported speech es como un tiempo atrás, ¿no? Entonces hacemos un tiempo. So present changes to past. He said he didn't want to talk to me. ¿No? Entonces él dijo, no quiero hablar contigo. Él dijo que no quería hablar conmigo. ¿No? So he said he didn't want to talk to me. Yo le estoy contando eso a otra persona sobre él. ¿No? So, por eso ya no es I, sino es he said he, porque él es el que lo dijo. Ya no es I, es he. Ya no es don't, es didn't, because changes to past. Want to talk to me, ya no es to you, no es to me, porque a mí me lo dijo. Yeah, he didn't want to talk to me. Okay. I'm planning to resign. I'm planning to resign. I'm planning. This is present continuous. She said she was planning to resign. And so present continuous changes to past continuous. So am, is, are change to was or were. And the verb with ing is the same. No? Was I'm planning to resign. She said she was planning to resign. And I, it's she, because she said that. No? So she was planning to resign. I've already told you. I've is the contraction, the short form of I have already told you. This is present perfect. No, I've already told you. He said he had already told me. So the present perfect changes to past perfect. So have or has changed to had. And the past participle is the same. Okay. So I have already told you. He said he had already told me. Not I, it's he, because he said that. Then it's have, it's had, because it's past. Already, it's the same. Told is the same, because it's past participle too. And you is me, because he told me. No, él me lo dijo a mí. So he said he had already told me. I saw you break it. I saw you break it. Saw is the past of see. So this is a past tense. Past simple changes to past perfect. Yeah. So I saw you break it. I told him I had seen him break it. So in this case, I am telling what I said because it was me who said that. O sea, yo lo dije. Y yo le estoy diciendo a otra persona lo que yo le dije a esa persona. ¿No? A otra persona le digo lo que yo dije. So I told him, ¿no? Por eso es que I sigue siendo I porque yo lo estoy contando. I told him, a él es a quien le dije, ¿no? I told him, I, ya no saw, had, and the past participle of see. Seen, ¿no? I had seen him, ya no es you, porque a quien lo vi fue a él. Entonces, I had seen him break it. Okay? I'm going to cook tonight. I'm going to cook. Be going to, ¿no? Changes to was or were going to. ¿No? Entonces, am, is, are, change to was or were going to. ¿No? So, I'm going to cook tonight. You said you were going to cook tonight. So, you were the one who said this. I'm going to cook tonight. Eso lo dijiste tú. ¿No? I'm going to cook tonight. Entonces, yo te recuerdo a ti que tú lo dijiste. You said, you, and it's I, you, because you said it. You, and there's Miss or where, because past, you were going to cook. Igualito, going to cook tonight. Okay. I'll see you soon. I'll, it's the short form of the contraction of will, no, future. So I'll see you soon. Future. Future will changes to would in reported speech. So I'll see you soon, or I will see you soon. He said he would see me soon. He, ya no es I, es he, because he said this. ¿No? Él es el que dijo esto. I'll see you soon. So he said he, ya no es I, es he, will, no, would. Change to would. He would see me. Porque a mí me lo dijo. See me soon. Okay. I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. Can't is the negative of can. Can changes to could. And the negative can't, couldn't. No? The negative, negative. So she said she couldn't hear me. Ya no es I, she, because she said that. She said this. So she said she couldn't hear, ya no you, sino me, porque a mí me lo dijo. She told me that. You may be right. May, that shows possibility, changes to might in the reported speech. So you may be right. He said, I might be right. So he's the one who said this, ¿no? Él dijo esto. ¿Y a quién se lo dijo? A mí, ¿no? You may be right. So he said, I might be right. ¿No? Ya no es you, sino I, porque a mí me lo dijo. Yeah, he said, I might be right. Okay, so what we have to do in reported speech, we have to memorize to learn how to change the verb tenses, no? Present changes to past. Present continuous, past continuous. Present perfect, have or has, and past participle changes to past perfect, had, past participle. The past simple changes to past participle también. El am, is, or are going to changes to was, were going to. Will changes to would. Can changes to could. May changes to might. And the past perfect, no, the past perfect doesn't change, stays the same. ¿No? Entonces ya vieron past perfect, sí, igualito, past perfect. Lo único que cambia son los pronombres, ¿no? ¿Quién dijo y a quién dijo? Ok. Si acá hay would, no cambia. Would igual, doesn't change. Si acá hubiera un could, no cambia, sigue siendo could. Si hubiera un might, no cambia, sigue siendo might. Entonces, might, could, would. Y el past perfect no cambia. Están acá, igual acá. Okay. Todos los demás sí. So some modal verbs would, could, should, might stay the same in reported speech. Yes, so if I say I would see you soon, entonces sería he said he would see me soon. Igualito. ¿No? Si acá fuera I couldn't hear you, she said she couldn't hear me. ¿No? The same. Or you might be right, he said I might be right. It's the same. They stay the same in the reported speech. No? For example, I would like to go. He said he would like to go. Doesn't change. It's the same. Would. Hubiera could, acá también could. Acá hubiera should, acá también should. Acá hubiera might, acá también seguiría siendo might. Lo único que cambia son los pronombres. He. ¿Por qué he y no I? He said this. So he said he would like to go. Now, that is how to report sentences, but how to report questions? To report a WH question, you put the subject before the verb. You invert. No? It's like becoming it into a sentence. Don't use do, does, or did. So do, does, did, we erase them, we drop them. Yeah? And we just write the subject, the verb, and the rest of them. Do, does, did, lo borramos. Okay? For example, that is with information questions or WH questions. Where are you from? This is a WH question because it starts or begins with a question word. What, where, when, how, who, what time, how old, etc. No? Where? Then are is present simple, the verb to be in present. No? Where are you from? Present simple changes to past simple. So, who asked? She. So she asked me. ¿No? ¿Quién es la que preguntó? Ella. ¿Y a quién le preguntó? A mí. So she asked me, where, copio igualito, where, ya no va el verbo o la sílaba, sino primero va la persona, the subject, invierto, ¿no? I change the order. Where I, porque ese yo soy I, a mí me lo estaba preguntando. She asked me, ¿no? Entonces, she asked me where I, y ahora el are cambia was o were. En este caso, I was. Where I was from. And the question mark, no question mark. Because it's not a question. ¿No? Ya no va a ser una interrogación porque ya no es una pregunta. Estoy contando lo que me preguntan, ¿no? Ella me preguntó de dónde era. Es lo que ella me preguntó, pero ya no es una pregunta. No, it's not a question anymore. I'm just reporting. Another one. Why did she say that? No, why did she say that? Did, past simple. Past simple changes to past perfect with had. So why did she say that? Who asked this? He. Who did he ask it to? to me. Entonces él me lo preguntó a mí. So he asked me why, bonito, why, ya el did desaparece, no did, sale de escena. Ese she, ese she eres tú, ¿no? Porque a ti yo te estoy diciendo que él me preguntó sobre ti, ¿no? Entonces, he asked me why you, past simple, changes to past perfect, why you had, past participle of say, said, why you had said that. Entonces, he asked me why you, ¿no? Porque ese she eres tú, why you had said that. Cambia el pasado, pasado perfecto, past perfect. Okay, so that is how to report WH questions. O sea, preguntas que inician con what, where, when, con un question word. ¿Ya? Entonces, copio el mismo question word, luego el sujeto, la persona, ¿no? Nos está preguntando, y el verbo en el tiempo que corresponda. Do, does, did, me olvido de ellos. Okay? Now, yes, no questions. To report yes, no questions, the questions that begin with an auxiliary, do, does, did, is, are, was, were, have, has, etc. Use if or whether. No, whether is more formal than if, but both mean the same. No, ambos significan lo mismo. If or whether shows condition, ¿no? Sí o sí es que. But whether is more formal. No, no es la diferencia, ¿no? The whether es más formal que if. For example, are you going to help? Yes or no? It's a yes, no question. No? Are you going to help? Are present changes to past. So are changes to was or were, depending on the subject. Are you going to help? Who asked this? We. Ya, nosotros les preguntamos a un grupo de personas, ¿no? Si es que iban a ayudar. Entonces, we ask them, ya, porque a ellos les preguntamos, we ask them if, ya, we ask them if, si quién, they, porque a ellos es a los que les hemos preguntado ese you, son ellos, ustedes. If they, present changes to past, if they were going to help. Entonces ahí es como que invierto, ¿no? If they were going to help, ¿no? Luego cambios que hago es el is are, cambia was were, because it's present to past. Another example. Did you visit the Louvre? No, did you visit the Louvre? Did is an auxiliary, shows past. No? So this is a yes, no question in past simple. Past simple changes to past perfect with had and the past participle. So did you visit the Louvre? Who asked this? She. ¿A quién nos lo preguntó? A nosotros. So she asked us. ¿No? A nosotros nos preguntó. ¿Ustedes visitaron? Did you visit the Louvre? Entonces she asked us whether o if, cualquiera de los dos, we, ¿no? Ese you somos nosotros. We, el did se va, y uso el had, porque es past participle, past perfect, had, y el pasado participio de visit, visited, the same as the past. If we had visited the Louvre. If o whether, cualquiera de los dos, la única diferencia es que whether es más. Other changes in the reported speech. We usually need to change the pronouns, I, he, ¿no? And possessives. Possessive adjectives or pronouns, my, your, his, ¿no? Depending on who is talking to whom. Obviamente, todo es en función de quién es el que está hablando y a quién está hablando. Okay, so who is talking to whom? Time and place words may also need to change, ¿no? Es también, ya no será aquí, será allá, ya no será ayer, sino el día anterior, ¿no? Etc. ¿No? So time and place words also, they may also need to change, ¿no? Depending. I want you to give this message to your boss tonight. That is the original message, ¿no? I want you to give this message to your boss tonight. How to report this sentence? Entonces yo quiero reportar esta oración. She said, porque ella es la que lo dijo. She said, she, no es I, she, porque ella es la que lo dijo. She said she want. Present changes to past. She wanted me, porque ella me lo dijo a mí, ella quería que yo le diera el mensaje, ¿no? Entonces she said she wanted me to give the message, ¿no? Ya no es este mensaje, sino a message o the message to, ya no es your boss, es my boss, porque me lo pidió a mí para mi jefe, ¿no? Entonces, to my boss, ya no es tonight, porque ya no estamos en esa noche, sino that night. ¿No? Entonces, quería que yo se lo dé el mensaje a mi jefe esa noche. Ya no estamos en el mismo día. If we continue being that night, ¿no? Si seguimos estando en esa noche, ese mismo día, entonces digo, sigo diciendo tonight, pero como ya pasó, fue la noche anterior, digamos. Entonces, she said she wanted me to give a message to my boss that night. Or she wanted me to give the message to my boss that night, esa noche, ¿no? A la que se refiere. Okay. So those are some changes in the reported speech, but mainly the verb tenses, ¿ya? Principalmente los tiempos verbales. Y por ahí los pronombres, una otra cosa. Here on Moodle you have the PPT, ya está visible el PPT que les acabo de enseñar, mostrar, para que lo puedan revisar con más detenimiento. If you want, you have the resources here. And this is the homework for tomorrow, Friday. Yeah, so you click on this link, you'll get into this website to practice with reported speech. What do you have to do? You have to complete the reported sentences. No? Complete the sentences and change to reported speech. The sentences, questions. Okay, from 1 to 12. Once you complete the sentences from 1 to 12 in reported speech, you click on check. Check y nos sale el score arriba. ¿No? Entonces, o otra ventanita. Le tomamos capturita en ese score que salga, ese puntaje, y lo subimos acá al Moodle. You send it here. Reported speech homework. Tenemos plazo hasta mañana, tomorrow 7. ¿No? Mañana viernes. Tomorrow Friday at up to 7. Yeah, antes de las 7. Don't forget to do the activities of Unit 8, 8A and 8B on the platform. ¿Listo? Y otro tema antes de que me olvide, sobre el tema del delegado o delegada de clase. Ya, eso lo tenemos que definir. El grupo pasado, ¿no? Que estuvimos con algunos, entonces el delegado fue Juan Carlos, ¿no? Juan Carlos tuvo ese delegado el curso pasado. Entonces, no sé, quisiera seguir apoyando como delegado, no sé si tuvieran alguna objeción, alguna otra propuesta, no sé si quisieran que su compañero Juan Carlos siguiera apoyando como delegado de clase, ¿no? Para que cree el grupo de WhatsApp, los que no estuvieron en el ciclo pasado se puedan unir para tener la comunicación por ahí y poder cualquier comunicado urgente o situación se pueda hacer llegar a través de ese medio, ¿no? A través de su compañero Juan Carlos. Entonces, no sé, Juan Carlos, si tú pudieras seguir apoyando como delegado de este curso.
Sí, teacher, normal. Puedo seguir siendo delegado.
Ok, listo. Entonces, ya mañana, igual como la vez pasada, ¿no? Van por el chat, el grupo de WhatsApp, para que los que no estuvieron, ¿no?, en el ciclo pasado puedan unirse y pues por ahí comunicarse cualquier cosita. Como ya tengo tus datos, no hay problema. ¿Ok?
Ok, teacher.
Listo. Thank you. Okay. And that's all for today.